Saints.24. What is a patron saint? Is it true that saints and angels have a role in our life and are chiefs of certain issues that can occur to us? As for example, Saint Teresa of the Child Jesus, who is the patron saint of the missions, or Saint Rita, who is revered almost more than all the other saints because she is the patron saint of the hopeless cases, or as the patroness of France, Saint Joan of Arc and the Virgin Mary. One of the best known is Saint Anthony of Padua, who is called upon when an object has been lost. So the Protestants say, but it is simply the application from pagan gods to Christianity, and so it's a drift. It's not in Scripture at all. That's right, it's not in Scripture at all. In fact, what is in Scripture is the communion of saints. This implies that this proximity between the other world and our world, such a proximity that we cannot see them, but they are still present, and we can access them through our prayer. Well, our ancestors and the ancestors of the Protestants themselves, who are the apostolic church founded in the East by Christ, by the apostles, and then who spread the faith in the West, our ancestors understood that this communion of saints was alive and real, even in our little concerns of our life, and suddenly, for several pastoral reasons, they decided to formalize these patronages. This was performed in two ways. First, within the people of God, when they were concerned for life instinctively, they turned to the friends of Christ for help. If, for example, a little saint who had been a martyr like Saint Blandine, who was so fragile, could help a teenager who was afraid of going through this or that ordeal, instinctively she turned to Saint Blandine because she felt that it was she who could help her. And likewise, the church officially realizing that God is addressing his children on earth, therefore in this purgatory that is the earth, and in any way possible that love can give, decided to give each saint a little of this responsibility. It was also very smart to overthrow without violating the temples of the idols, in this meaning that the pagans, it is true, they attributed to the gods of the sky some helpers. For example, when you wanted a child, it was such and such a god or that goddess. And much rather than destroying these temples, this is to replace them with this communion of saints, knowing that the saints in heaven willingly took upon this role vis-à-vis us. So we see, in order to believe in such a thing, we must first believe in the communion of saints. Therefore, I would like to add this patronage is sometimes official. The list of patrons can be found on the internet, as this was instituted by the church, but she is also very free. It is a family, and so if for one concern or another we love such and such a person in heaven, angel or man, well, we can pray to him for that case. I am referring, for example, of mothers who have had an abortion and who regret it a lot. Well, let them look at the life of Saint Marine, who did not have an abortion herself, but who took care of a child who was violently attributed to her paternity, when in fact Saint Marine was a woman, not a man. She is, I believe, the patron saint of mothers who have abandoned their children because she takes care of them on the other side of this world, and she brings them closer to their mother who is still on earth.